Hello everyone, today's lesson is about the pronunciation of ed. When do we pronounce ed as t, and when do we pronounce ed as d and id? Yes, ed can make three sounds: t, d, and id. Let's look at t. When do we pronounce ed as t? Okay, that happens when the verb ends in a voiceless sound. A voiceless sound. What do we mean by a voiceless sound? We mean that when you put your hand on your throat and you say a voiceless sound, you didn't feel any vibration. So let's check this together. Let's do this together. Let's say these sounds while you're putting your hand on your throat. هنحط ايدينا على زورنا ونقول الsounds دي. Okay? وهنcheck if there is any vibration ولا لا. Okay? طيب. Now let's do it together. P, k, s, sh, ch. Did you feel any vibration? هل حسيت بvibration في زورك هنا? No. يبقى الsounds دي are called voiceless because your vocal cords do not vibrate. Okay? So again, if the verb ends with p, k, f, s, sh, ch, then we'll pronounce the ed as t. For example, kiss, kissed, laugh, laughed, watch, watched. Okay? Now, d sound. When do we pronounce ed as d? That happens when the verb ends in a voiced sound. Okay. For the voiceless, we said your vocal cords won't vibrate, but with voiced sounds, your vocal cords will for sure vibrate. And now I need your hand again to be on your throat and feel the vibration. Now let's say these sounds together. Ooh. G, b, v, z. So, did you feel the vibration? Yes. Okay, so let's read the examples together. Play, played. Clean, cleaned. Call, called. Id sound. Okay, it's super easy to remember. It's all about if the verb ends with T or D. So if the verb ends in T or D, then you will say id. Okay, so need, needed. Wait, waited. Start, started. Okay, and now it's practice time. Let's read number one, the first one. Jumped or jumped? What do you think? Which one is right? Jumped or jumped? With the sound or t? Okay, remember you need to add t, or you need to make the sound t if the verb ends in a voiceless sound. How about the p sound here? Is it voiced or voiceless? If you don't remember, put your hand on your throat. Okay, so jump, p. So that's a voiceless sound. So t, jumped, jumped. Pull, ooh. This is voiced. So here means that you will pronounce ed as d. Pulled. Okay. Needed or needed? Needed, id sound. Yes, needed. We make id sound if the verb ends in T or D. Okay. Cooked or cooked? Cooked or cooked? How to check? You need to say the last letter, which is K in this case, and you make the sound K. Put your hand on your throat and check if there is any vibration. There's no vibration, so that's a voiceless sound. So that means you will make t, cooked, not cooked. Okay? Now, laughed or laughed? Laughed or laughed? Again, you need to say the last sound, the final sound or letter in that verb, and check if it's a voiceless sound or voiced. And how can you check? You need your hand to be on your throat. Laugh. There's no vibration. That means it's a voiceless sound. So that means we'll make the t sound. Laughed. Laughed. Okay, cold, or cold, cold. How can we check? How can we find the right answer? We need our hand on our throat, and we say the last letter, which is oo, oo. I think you felt some vibration, so that means it's a voiced sound, and you need to make the d sound. Cold, d, okay? And here it's quite easy. The verb ends with T, so you will make the id sound, wanted. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching.